What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eye Bright, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about this guy right here, TB Ellis, and is he important? Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. Well, if you saw The World Beyond, you know that there's an actual character named Terry Brooks Ellis. Callback to The Walking Dead Season 5. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts or read your thoughts about this guy and what they did right here. We'll break it down for you. But hit that subscribe button, like, share, subscribe, support the PT channel. I know I ask every video, guys, but it's an important thing to continue to support the PT channel, this channel, any way that you can. We truly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Now, Terry Brooks Ellis, TB Ellis, was a character on The Walking Dead World Beyond. But we first heard the name in Season 5 with Eugene talking about the Human Genome Project, weaponized diseases to fight weaponized diseases, T. Brooks Ellis, and I quote, a fun guy. So he had this whole big story, and then we found out that it's a real guy. Just like Nebraska's nice, right? Remember that in Season 2 of The Walking Dead when these two guys walk into a bar. Rick takes them out, they talk about Nebraska, but we hear that Nebraska is nice, bing bada boom. There you go, another connection to The Walking Dead, genomes, DNA, all that stuff. But it's kind of cool. But what do you think? Is it lack of diversification in the story of the zombie apocalypse? Is it lack of writing, lack of story arc? Or is it pretty cool that they went into this lore a little bit more? But the fact that this guy, Terry Brooks Ellis, is a teacher at the CRM kind of is a wasted connection in my opinion. Hope wasn't really buying into the lecture. We find out that he's connected with breaking down the walkers, and you see the different composition and the molecules, but it's breaking down walkers somehow, some way, and that's what they come up with at the end. So it took 2 seasons for that, but ultimately Hope is the future of them breaking down walkers with yeast, and hopefully it's a compound that works. They've been working on different studies. They never really mentioned the cure angle, and I know some people want that to come around. I don't think it will, but behind Terry Brooks Ellis, TB Ellis, you see the Human Genome Project. Is it just a poster, or is it some sort of connecting point down the road that we'll see? Most likely with the cure angle. Now, remember when Dr. Jenner said about everyone's infected? Well, he didn't say it. Rick told us that's what he told them. But did these people know that? That's kind of an interesting thing. They never brought it up on The World Beyond. It's just like they missed things in 2 seasons that hopefully more seasons would have brought about. Will we see these characters again? I hope so in some way, shape, or form. But let's get back to this guy. So this guy is a teacher at the CRM, but he's teaching kids, which is great. But what's the science that he's working on? What's the future of things? Because the CRM took a big hit. I doubt they're gone by any stretch of the imagination, but this guy is still part of our group at the end of Season 2 or the end of the series. He's right there. Security measures for Hope looking at the walkers. And they're breaking down the walkers, which is kind of cool. I'm guessing this is the yeast compound and maybe a mixture of a couple things, but they're doing research on how to break the walkers down. But are they also trying to work on curing the zombie apocalypse? They don't really talk about it much. Maybe they do, but we never really caught it. We see Terry Brooks Ellis in the back. We see Dr. Leopold Bennett right there. And the other lady, I'm not sure. But Hope is the future for all humanity and to try and end this thing. And in the comic, the walkers just die off. Here, that may happen as well, but they may just be able to end the walkers sooner rather than later. But now we have the variant walkers at the end of the post-credit scene in the same series, The World Beyond. And we ask the question, have they been around the entire time? Maybe, maybe not. There's no way to tell because they haven't really talked about it on the show until the post-credit scene of the World Beyond series. So ultimately, the walkers are still going to be a problem. Are they going to expand on this? Per Scott Gimple on Talking Dead, he wrote something about the post-credit scene that was read by Chris Hardwick, and it sounds like we're going to get some more story from this. I'm not sure if it's a spinoff of the spinoff, but this lady looking at her computer, we never got her name, so I'm not sure who she is. She's a scientist for sure, but she got killed, so it doesn't really matter. But on her laptop, we see in the middle where the cursor is, papers TB Ellis. So that looks to be the same guy. So she has the papers and the research from whatever he was doing. So he was an author. So I'm guessing Eugene just read his papers or was familiar with TB Ellis. Maybe TB Ellis was looking into the zombie apocalypse before it happened. Or maybe there's some sort of connection with him and the start of the zombie apocalypse. Maybe he worked in France for a little bit, or maybe he was there. Maybe he was at that conference in Toledo, Ohio. but we just don't know because it wasn't elaborated on. But do you think that TB Ellis is very important for the series? Will we see him again? I would assume so, because is it just a callback to The Walking Dead Season 5? If it is, it's pretty weak. But let me know your thoughts, post your comments below, stay safe, and as always, support the PT channel when you can, and tell them Daryl.